All right, 6th grade, we're going to go ahead and get started with your ratio table homework. We're going to start with number 1. It says a developer earns $6 for every 21 apps downloaded. So we have a nice little chart right here that we're going to fill out together. Whenever we fill out a table, it's the same thing as your notes from yesterday. We're going to grab that first ratio given to us in the problem. So somebody raise your hand. Tell me, what was the first ratio they gave us in this problem? Go ahead. For every, you got it. So where it says apps, I'm going to stick a 21. And where it says dollars earned, I'm going to stick the money, which was $6. If you want to put a dollar sign in there, you totally can. Now yesterday in our notes, and we had a chart just like this, we knew that we had to fill in the rest of the boxes by multiplying by what on the next one for the second 2 boxes? What are we going to go back to our original ratio for and multiply by? Times 2. So I'm going to do 6 times 2. And if I do the same thing, or if I do it on the bottom, I have to do it to the top. So I'm going to multiply by 2 on the top as well. So on the count of 3, everybody, tell me what 21 times 2 is. 1, 2, 3. 42. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. 6 times 2. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Nice work. So you should have the second 2 boxes filled out on your chart. Now what we have to do is go back to our original ratio right here, that 21 apps to $6. And we have to now multiply by what? Asa? 3. So I like to draw an arrow. And if I do it on the bottom, guys, what do I have to do on the top? The same thing. So we're going to multiply 21 by 3. So we have 21 times 3 in your calculators on 3. 1, 2, 3. What'd you get? 63. And we have to do the same thing to the bottom. So go back to your original ratio. 6 times 3 is 18. So far we've used our original ratio to multiply by 2. Then we multiplied by 3. So guess what we're doing on the last one? Multiply by 4. You guys are too good. So we go back to our original ratio, and we are going to multiply 21 times 4. So in your calculators, go ahead and do that. And on the count of 3, 21 times 4 is 1, 2, 3. 84. And if we multiply by 4 on the top, we have to multiply by 4 on the bottom. So 6 times 4 would be 24.
So, Miss Duggan, did we just create a whole bunch of equivalent ratios?
We sure did, Miss Gall.
Gosh.
Every single one of those would be an equivalent ratio to each other. You nailed it. So now that we have our chart filled out, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions below. A says, how many apps will be needed to be downloaded in order to earn $84? Well, the first thing I look at is my chart. Do I have any $84 in my chart right now? No, I don't see $84. I have 84 apps, but I don't have $84, what they're looking for. So that tells me I need to set up a proportion, right? We talked about a proportion in our notes yesterday. So what we always do when we need to set a proportion is line equals line. That should be the first thing that comes to your mind. So do that on your paper right now. Line equals line.
So, Ms. Duggan, is there something else that we could call a proportion?
There is.
What else? What is that very similar to what we talked about before? An equivalent ratio. Exact same. Good job, you guys.
Nice. So you guys can grab any of these ratios to put in the first line over line right here. But I always like to grab the first one. You do whatever you want. The first one's always the easiest for me. Now, some people just copied this right over here, but whenever dealing with money, money has a special place in our line equals line. Miss Gall, do you remember where the money goes?
Well, Ms. Duggan, only because I know that we're getting ready to talk about unit rates in a little bit here too. And when we talk about unit rates, the money always goes on top. Money always comes first.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Everybody likes the money.
Money is important.
So we're going to go ahead and put our $6 right on top because we're going to put our money on top. So if our label for money on the left side is on the top, where do you think money on the right side should go? Top or bottom? What do we think? Top. We want them to match, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just stick my label right there so it's ready to go. I'm not sure what that money is going to be yet. We haven't filled it in yet, but I know that it's got to go on top. And then what's our other label? What's the other thing in the chart we're talking about when comparing money? Layla? The apps. So I'm just going to put an A for apps as my second label. And if my label on the bottom left is apps, what do you think my label on the bottom right is going to be? Apps. So I'm going to go ahead and put an A over here. So I've got my label set up. I'm ready to rumble. Okay. Looking at my first ratio, what was the number of apps to $6? 21. So let's go ahead and put a 21 there. So my left side is just the first ratio that was in my chart. Those match right there. In my word problem, how many apps will be needed to download in order to earn $84? Where am I going to put that $84? What do you guys think? Am I going to put it on the top right or on the bottom right? Bella Brown? The top. And why did you say top? Because it's money. We want to put our labels where they're supposed to go. And this is a question mark, right? I'm not sure how many apps. So how am I going to figure that out? How am I going to get there? Well, I know 6 times something has to get me 84. 6 times something will get me 84. Bella over here, what do you think? How did you get 14? Yeah, we can always take, if we're not sure our facts, I don't know my 6s all the way to my 14s, right? So we can take 84 divided by 6 to get a number there. And if we want to double check to make sure it's right, we could do 6 times 14 to make sure it's 84. And if I multiply by 14 on the top, what do I do on the bottom? Multiply by 14. So with your handy dandy calculator, 21 times 14, 1, 2, 3, 294. 294. I'm going to write my answer very clear over here. I'm going to put a label, 294 apps.
And she bubbled it. Man, now the teacher knows exactly what her answer is for 1A. Love it.
Give me a thumbs up if you're okay with all that. I'm going to wait till I see some more thumbs. I know you're still writing, totally fine. Okay. Looking at question B, we're not going to do this full one together, but let's set it up together. How?
What are we going to start with? Line equals line. Sorry, Miss Duggan.
No, you're good.
Read it. Okay, read it, Miss Duggan.
How much money will the developer earn when 105 apps are downloaded? So I'm going to look back at my chart. I'm going to look at the apps section. Do you guys see 105 in that chart? I don't either. So that means what Ms. Gall says, we are setting up a proportion or an equivalent ratio, and we have to do line equals line. So that's the first thing you need to do right here. Line equals line.
Okay, what's the next thing you're going to put in on there? The labels. Good job. What are the two things that we're talking about? Apps and money. What goes on top? Money. What's on the bottom? Money. Apps.
Okay. On the left side, you guys can grab any ratio in there, and then you're just going to fill in what the problem gives you. So we're going to let you do that one with your team today. The other one we're going to look at is number 2. So will you guys direct your eyes to number 2 for me and go down to letter C. Okay? This chart right here is already filled out. It says the relationship between the number of babies to the number of nursery workers is shown in the table below. Okay? So if we skip down to C, it says, if 7 nursery workers are available, then what is the maximum number of babies that they can accept? Well, I'm looking at my chart here, and I'm looking at nursery workers, and I don't see a 7 in there. I do not see a 7 in there. So what do we have to do? Line equals line. So go ahead and put line equals line. And next, I need some labels. Who can help me out with my labels? I love that. B for babies, W for workers. And if I've got B for babies on the top, on the left side, where is it going on the right side? The top. Make sure they match there. Okay, now I can grab any one of these ratios. I always like to pick the top one. Do you guys agree with me? Okay, so what am I going to fill in for the babies on the left? 5. And what about for the workers? 2, right? So we just grabbed these two numbers. And in my word problem, it says if 7 nursery workers. So where am I going to put that 7 on the right equivalent ratio? Am I going for the top or the bottom? Asa? Bottom right. Oh my gosh, Miss Gall, I know my 2 facts pretty well, but I don't think anything times 2 gets me 7.
2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Ooh, there's no 7.
We skipped it.
Uh-oh.
So we know it's not going to be a whole number, so what is it going to be? A decimal. So just like over here, when Bella did 84 divided by 6 to get her 14, can we do the same thing over here? Yeah, so everyone take your calculator and go ahead and do 7 divided by 2, and then put your hand on your head when you've got an answer. Ooh, lots. Calculators are flying. All right, on the count of 3, tell me what you get. 1, 2, 3. 3.5. So we had to multiply by 3.5 to get to 7.
Miss Becky, can we do that? Can we multiply by a decimal?
Yeah, we can.
We sure can.
So if I multiply by 3.5 on the bottom, what do I have to do to the top, everybody? The same thing. So in your calculator, you're doing 5 times 3.5. Put your hand on your head when you've got an answer. You guys are fast mathematicians over here. On the count of 3, tell me what you get. 1, 2, 3. 17.5. Okay, when you have written 17.5, just put your pencils down for a sec. We need to have a chat. Because, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I don't want 0.5 of a baby.
We have half of a baby?
I don't want half of a baby. We like all babies together. So, I heard you say what? We have to round it, guys. There's going to be some word problems that you see in this unit where it's going to be cars and people and dogs and cats, and we don't want to cut anything in half. Just saying. Pretty gross. So, what do I have to do on this one? I want to make sure there's enough workers for these babies. So, should I round up to have more babies than workers, or do I have to think about, ooh, is that okay to have too many babies to workers? What do you think? So that is usually the rule, and you're 100% right on the rule. But when we're talking about something like this, the maximum number of workers, like sometimes we can't have too many kids to too many teachers, right? Because we don't want so many of you and so less of us. So it's kind of the same thing with these babies. We don't want the workers to have too many babies where they can't take care of them. So in this case, we actually have to round down. I know. We're going against your probably 4th and 5th grade teacher.
It's one of those situations where we have to stop and think, can we do that?
Logically.
Yep.
Piper, you're having your hand. What's going on? No, we just knew that they can't take more than they can handle. Right?
No. Okay.
So.
Yep. So you can't, because the workers, you can only have so many babies with so many workers. If we round it up, then we have too many babies and not enough workers. So you have to think about what makes sense logically for that situation.
So we have to round down on this one, and we have to have 17 babies. So go ahead and write 17 babies and bubble, 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 so we can see your answer. Okay. So with your team, you're going to go ahead and finish this worksheet. You're going to do